So we've got our person, and then we circle the information. Then we have 8 of the apples were green. You hear 8, but you don't see the number 8, so we have the children label. We match the number word to the number of the apples were green. How many, I'm sorry, we highlight the question, how many, and I tell them to stop at the stop sign. How many of the apples were not green? So we're doing parts of a whole here. And it's called missing part. How many of the apples are not green? Were not green. So I am going to, all I need to know is apples not green. So I am going to put my main idea, oh I'm sorry, I have them labeled main idea, apples not green. Okay. All right, so we know what we know what we're looking for. So I emphasize the question, and now I'm going to draw the picture of the story, the model drawing. So I'm going to put apples. Now the picture is going to show, make sure I start over here, because as you see we're going to have 15 cubes, so I'm going to move my A over a little bit. And we're going to draw the cube and number, draw. Some children need this, some people don't, some children don't, so I use this for a while till I can see that they're comfortable. Draw and number, 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 draw and number. Sorry, I forget. People can't see around me. Draw and number, draw and number, draw and number. Okay. Step away. See that? Come on. Yeah. And it's very hard for kids when we're drawing, when we start at the beginning of the year and they're drawing these boxes. It's so I just talk really slow. We all do. You know, you've just got to make them. You've just got to practice. You can't go fast. You have to draw them slowly so you can connect them and they work. Now, okay, so I've got a label. We use the word label in everything. Labeling is probably one of the most important words, because then they're going to be able to connect their numbers. This picture has to be a picture of this story, and these numbers have to match. Now, what we do know is 8 of these apples are green, and the way we show it, some teachers start here, I start here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, G for green, and I label 8 right there, because we know 8 of them are green. I want to reassure you, this is our last window pane that we teach.
It won't come up to about February, March.
Yeah.
And many of them will be story time where there's a color of some type in the story.
And then, so we know what's left is our answer. Wherever we put that question mark, that's where they look for their answer. And you can see right there, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can look very clearly. So we remind them on a subtraction problem, we're going to start with our biggest number. We're going to subtract 8. And we saw that there are 7 left. And that is a difference. So this would be missing part. Once we feel comfortable and they, they feel...
Remember what that stands for.
Yeah, missing part, and then we can abbreviate it, and then we put subtract. Did I leave anything out? You see anything else? So it is, and then we'll jump off to fractions on the way. You know, this is around February, and then we'll be working parts of a whole.
You've probably seen by this time in first grade, and you think in kindergarten, first grade really has a whole lot of first. And it's a huge grade level. And even when we've all taught different grade levels, so much is introduced to them in first grade, and we just believe it's so important to have a solid foundation